Chismosas, it looks like we have some chismesote about Daddy Yankee and his divorce to Mireddys that he was with for almost 30 years, and we gotta talk about it because obviously el té está caliente. Now, if you guys have been living under a rock or something and you don't already know what I'm talking about, Daddy Yankee posted this statement on his Instagram where he's talking about the end of his relationship to Mireddys, and he said that she filed for divorce and that his lawyers were going to respond to her petition. Now, obviously, people want to know what happened because that's almost 30 years of marriage down the drain. So what broke the camel's back? Now, obviously, a bunch of chisme has been flowing from Puerto Rico, where they live, obviously, that has been saying that everything is not what it seems. Now, the first chismecito that's coming out is saying that Daddy Yankee and Mireddys haven't been in a good place for a long time. Daddy Yankee had been cheating on her for the longest time, and she had been putting up with that because obviously Daddy Yankee made it big. They got married when they were 19 and 95. So she was like, listen, if I'm gonna be with somebody getting cheated on, I might as well have the money, right? And I don't blame her. But allegedly, supposedly, apparently, las malas lenguas are saying that one of the times that he cheated on her, he had a baby out of wedlock. She knew about it. He didn't have any relationship with that child. But now that he's turned Christian and has turned to God, he has decided to have a relationship with the child. And that wasn't sitting right with Mireddys. Allegedly. So that, coupled with a lot of other problems, really had them reevaluating their relationship. Or not really them, but her. So of course, las malas lenguas kept talking. They were saying that once Daddy Yankee turned to God, that he also became a very different person, became very judgy, and that Mireddys wasn't down with that, and she didn't like how he was acting. So that they decided to go to couples counseling. So they went to couples counseling, couples therapy, whatever you want to call it. They tried to make things work, but it was all in vain because it seems like Mireddys had already made up her mind that she no longer wanted to be with him. So they went through the process of getting separated, and they had actually been separated for a while before they announced the actual divorce. Y alegadamente, allegedly, supposedly, apparently, Daddy Yankee started dating this girl during their separation. Now, from what the streets are saying, and this girl had a reputation for being, one of those people that like to take sensual photos on the internet, if you know what I'm saying. But she had since turned to God as well and had one of those come to Jesus moments, and that's where she bonded with Daddy Yankee. Now, he was still half trying to get back with Mireddys, but since she was not paying attention to him, he was allegedly like, okay, well, I'm gonna spend my time with this girl. But Puerto Rico's not all that big, so Mireddys obviously found out that he was having a little something on the side, so she was like, well, you obviously don't want to be with me that much, so she was like, let's proceed with the divorce. And he was like, no, please, let's do this. Let's work it out. And she was like, nah, I'm Gucci. So they were trying to move forward with the divorce. But of course, there's always problems with money, right? And obviously, there was no prenup from what I heard because they got married so young that he didn't even have a dime to his name at that point. He was 19. There was nothing involved. There was nothing to have a prenup for. So when he made it big, there was no safeguards for him to keep that money. So she was like, I want half, and I want this, I want that, I want this. And he was like, oh, hell no, that's not gonna happen. I work really hard for this. And she was like, well, no go. So they were stuck in limbo for the longest time until what seems like right now when they actually announced a divorce because they probably finally came to some type of agreement. So yeah, that's the tea that I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what las malas lenguas have been saying. And it does make sense, but I'm curious to know what you guys think and what you guys have heard. Let me know down below in the comments, and don't forget to like and follow for more gossip, chisme, and all things tea.